Okay, welcome back to conversation number 10 of our 12 conversations. Now, this one I am very, very excited about because I get a lot of these sent to me all the time. And I think that this is one that could really, really help you if this is something that you do, obviously. So, looking at this conversation, Robert reaches out to this guy, and they're starting to have a conversation. And then all of a sudden, kind of out of nowhere, Robert says, "Are you open to looking at something that won't interfere with what you're currently doing business-wise?" And then the guy says, "What are you proposing?" Because it was kind of abrupt and out of the blue. Now, I will say that Robert did a great job establishing rapport and getting to know this person, but he kind of just threw this out there like a Hail Mary pass, right? And then the guy says, "What are you proposing?" And Robert says, he goes on to tell him about the company. And then he says, "Let's get on a Skype call. It'll take approximately 30 to 45 minutes. This sounds like, okay, this guy is going to pitch me for 30 to 45 minutes. That sounds terrible, right? And he also is saying he's giving away what the company is. He says it's network marketing. He says it's in health and wellness. He says residual income, expense into an income stream. Let's jump on a Skype call. I mean, it's just way too much. And Robert, I thank you for sending this to us because it's not just you who's done this before. It's many, many people, myself included. I used to be this way and I used to do this all the time. What you need to understand is that you just want to reverse it and think about if you were the person that was receiving these messages. You would think, wow, this person really doesn't care about me at all. All they're looking to do is get a quick sale. And when you actually explain the company, especially through messaging, when you're messaging explaining the company, it comes across as a total massive pitch fest. Even when you are talking to someone face to face and you explain it, it comes off pitchy, but when you actually do it through messaging, that's even worse. Okay, so I never ever explain the company. I never say the words network marketing. I usually never say the words health and wellness or whatever. I only let the tools do the work. So when he said, "What are you proposing?" I would have done a little takeaway there. First of all, when you mention, "Are you looking for something that won't interfere with what you're currently doing business-wise?" Do that in your own words, right? It's different when you're messaging people and you're saying it via text rather than face-to-face, or you can hear people's tones, because tones don't really come across in messaging and it can sound very, very robotic. So how would you say that if you were in front of someone? You might say, "Hey, no, by the way, based on what you share with me, I would love to have you be a part of a project I'm working on. Do you have any openness to looking at something that won't interfere with what you're already doing business-wise?" Okay, see how that just changes the tone rather than abruptly, "Hey, are you looking for?" It's based on what we've talked about and you seem like a really cool guy, that kind of stuff. And then if he comes back with the same thing of "What are you proposing?" you might just, instead of, throwing up on him and saying stuff about the company and then offering a Skype call, just explain a little bit and say, "Hey, well, it would probably take just a really short time on Skype for me to explain kind of what's going on. If it's for you, great. If not, totally no big deal." See how that's completely different than just bombarding them with what you want them to do. And if he comes back with, "Nah, I don't really think so," then great. You didn't waste 30 to 45 minutes of your time, right? If he comes back with, "Sure, I'll take a look," then that's even better. And you can jump on. I would definitely not tell someone it's going to take 30 to 45 minutes over Skype. You want to have some kind of tool or something that might take, 10 minutes or so. Or if you're presenting, just talk about, something for about 10 minutes. I would never say 30 to 45 minutes. People are their attention spans are so out of whack. If it's a video that they can pause and come back to, great. If it's where you're on Skype, you don't want to take more than 10 minutes of their time. Okay, so just some food for thought. I think this could really, really help a lot of you. I see this more and more now is people are getting impatient. They're throwing that out there. Just by changing the verbiage a little bit, you can see a much more positive response, okay? So I thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in conversation number 11.